Do you have my mug shot ready?
There you go.
You sure you don't want me to hold it till it's ready? And then you can take it back? I'm ready.
All right.
My name is Carol Nelson. I'm from Hell's Kitchen, New York City.
Where exactly is Hell's Kitchen?
Between 39th Street and 57th Street, between, I believe, 9th, 10th Avenue.
What was it like for you growing up there?
It was a lot of fun. We all lived in apartment buildings, 4 rooms each apartment, whether you had 2 kids or 6.
Were you middle class or lower class?
Very low class, yes. My father worked as a longshoreman. Mom was a housewife.
Were you aware that you were poor?
No, because everybody was poor. The whole neighborhood was poor.
What kind of things did you do for fun?
Actually, as a child, we played Johnny on the stick and different games in the street. We were in the street all the time because you live in a 4-room apartment. Mom and Dad did not want you there. And the Museum of National History was on 85th Street, if I remember correctly. But it was kind of free at the time, and we used to go up, had cousins. We used to run through the whole museum, have fun, and Riverside Drive was the park right there you could walk to. And that was what we did. And then walk home, or you hitch on the back of the bus and you got a free ride. We saw a Volkswagen, and we found out that if you keep bouncing it, it jumps up and down. We got it on the sidewalk. And the best thing about that is when someone was looking for a parking spot, they pulled in that spot, even though the car was on the sidewalk next to it. And as kids, it was fun to watch the person who came from the show, or wherever they were from parking, try and get their car off the sidewalk. You stayed in your area for like a block, like 9th to 10th Avenue, that type. You all had stoops out front. The kids all got together from the whole building. We all hung out together. Then you went to the drugstore, you hung out there. We went to school, all the schools were close by. We went to Sacred Heart. The nuns all wore black, and all you did see was the little tiny faces that they had. And you also felt their ruler, because that was the main thing that they taught you with. Father Parsons, that was his name, and he walked up and down with his missal, but he liked to take us girls to different places. So my friend Dottie loved boys, and she loved to go, and we'd say, Dottie, if you like playing with Father Parsons, let's go somewhere nice. And then Father Trobe loved the boys. When the boys played football, he rubbed them down. Wasn't he a nice priest?
What was it like at the Meadowlands?
Yeah, I worked at the Meadowlands. I got the job by accident. It was the racetrack I started with. And it was really a lot of fun because there was a lot of building it up, because it opened 1976. It was the first racetrack. And we all the drinking and hanging out together. And it was total fun to be with people that are gamblers. It's a totally different style, totally different way to live. I saw people walk in with good suits. About a year later, I saw them walking in with just a pair of pants and a shirt on. They lost their house and their wife and their family. A gambler, if they come up to the right side, every single day they'll come to the right side only. They're so superstitious. Everything they do. And if they talk to me, say anything about a horse and it wins, they'll always tip me. Each time. Very different type of people. You know, a gambler. Totally different. But I think it's with everything. People that drink, they go to the same bar, they drink all the time. People that think they're drinking, that they're not drunks and they only drink on weekends. People are basically have a path. You have to learn how to live, and you have to accept people. That's about the only thing you can do unless you want to go crazy. Guy in the bar drank a bottle of whiskey, took a heart attack and died. So what did they do? What every natural person would do. They picked him up and put him outside the bar so the bar wouldn't be closed. This way they, because they found a body in the bar, they'd have to close the bar. So this way they didn't. They just took the guy and put him out front of the bar.
How did you end up in Bullhead City?
Well, I was driving by, going across country, and I saw the name Bullhead City, and I wanted to see what it was like. A couple years later, I was in Las Vegas, and the big casino offered a free ride to Laughlin, Nevada. I got on the bus, went for the free ride, saw Laughlin, fell in love with it, and later on, when I made my husband go there too, his family from California were working in Laughlin. I like that I live in the city. I like that Safeway is almost in walking distance. I like that Lowe's is right there. I like that the casino is like 10 minutes from my house. The movies are fantastic. I love going on Tuesdays, buy one, get one free. And I love the movie house, very comfortable. And Laughlin is fun. And also Bullhead is fun. We have a lot of nice restaurants and a lot of nice people.
Tell us one more New York story.
Okay, poor Walter. He had to get in a car with people that he knew because they shot him from the back. He sat in the front. I think it was because he was fooling around with the boss's wife, but I'm not sure on that whole thing. I didn't get the true story. Never do. And then I went to a spiritualist, and they asked me who was dead. And I said, oh, Wally was dead. So she described him. She says, was he tall? Was he fair? Does he have a hole in his head? I says, yeah, that's Walter. Oh, where's my daughter's money, you son of a bitch? And he said, it wasn't mine to give. I got insulted and I left. He was cheap all his life. That was the end of that story.